Chief Coran, can you lead us in the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We're all getting a little psyched.
Can I have a roll call?
Becknick. Here. Oh, it's loud. McKinney.
Here.
Shaver. Here. Saracey. Here. Bertone. Here. Heights. Here. Thank you.
Can I have a motion to approve the minutes from January 16th?
Make a motion. Second.
Becknick.
Aye.
Getting it. Saracey.
Aye.
McKinney.
Aye.
Shaver.
Aye.
Bertone.
Aye.
Heights. Thank you.
I need a motion to move Resolution 2024-17 and a Resolution 2024-18 up in the agenda to right before the guest speaker. And
Second.
Bertone. Aye. Becknick.
Aye.
McKinney.
Aye.
Shaver.
Aye.
Saracey.
Aye.
Heights. Thank you.
Resolution number 2024-17, a resolution appointing Alyssa Dewar as a full-time firefighter for the Village of Fairport Harbor and declaring an emergency.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Move to suspend.
Second.
Suspend. McKinney.
Aye.
Becknick.
Aye.
Shaver.
Aye.
Saracey.
Aye.
Bertone. Heights. Adopt. McKinney.
Aye.
Becknick.
Aye.
Shaver.
Aye.
Saracey.
Aye.
Bertone. Heights. Thank you.
Alyssa?
They're tied up on a call if you want to take
Yeah, that's
Fran
fine.
first.
Okay,
Thank you.
sure. Resolution number 2024-18, a resolution confirming the appointment of Andrea Ergalante as a Special Police Officer 2 for the Village of Fairport Harbor, Ohio, and declaring an emergency.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Move to suspend.
Second.
Suspend. Shaver.
Aye.
Saracey. Becknick.
Aye.
McKinney.
Aye.
Bertone. Heights. Adopt. Shaver.
Aye.
Saracey. Becknick.
Aye.
McKinney.
Aye.
Bertone. Heights. Thank you.
Andrea? Please raise your right hand, repeat after me. I state your name. Being duly sworn, dispose and say that I hereby accept the position of Special Police Officer for the Village of Fairport Harbor, Ohio, and that I will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of Ohio, and the codified ordinances of the Village of Fairport Harbor. And I will faithfully and honestly perform the duties of the above position, together with such other duties as may from time to time be placed upon me by the proper authority. Congratulations. Thank you. Welcome. Okay, for those folks that came to see that, you guys would take your exit now. You wouldn't offend us here at all. Or you can stay for the meeting. It's really up to you, but if you want to leave, now is a good time. Thank you. Okay, we have a special guest this evening. It's our annual report for the Fairport Harbor Historical Society and Marty O'Gara. is going to be giving us that, and then later on in the meeting, I will be reading a proclamation for Marty, as she has been awarded the Golden Beacon Award this year. So Marty, now is the time for you to have our meeting.
Good evening. So I have the annual report from the Fairport Harbor Historical Society. Fairport Harbor Historical Society was established in 1945 to preserve the iconic lighthouse tower and keeper's house, which we leased from the village for an annual fee of $1. The society is composed solely of volunteers. We do not receive any consistent funding, so our income consists of membership dues, donations, any grants we can obtain, and fundraising activities. Our current membership is 151. In 2023, we had 4,057 visitors from 30 states and 9 countries. We conducted 37 docent-led tours and 5 Friday Night Lights, which are walk-up tours. In 2003, utilizing our amazing group of volunteers, we expanded our hours and days of operation. We were open Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from 12 to 6, and all legal holidays. Our 29 volunteers logged a total of 1,625 hours for 2023. We've also made a concerted effort to be involved in the village special events and have the museum open for those activities. Following are some of our activities from 2023. In March, Mary Alice Gladding completed her last term as president. She served as president for 8 years and has been an active member and volunteer for 27 years. And she is still a trustee of the museum. In April, we had our spring cleaning day, assisted by volunteers from the Latter-day Saints in Kirtland. In May, we had a group of our volunteers spent the day at the Cleveland Art Museum. They represented the Fairport Harbor Historical Society at the Northeast Ohio Inter-Museum Council's Day, answering questions and sharing information about Fairport Harbor and the museum. On May 19th, there was a wedding on the grounds. In June, we were open for the Greater Ohio Bicycle event that came through Fairport with hundreds of riders. 175 riders climbed our tower. We marched in the Mardi Gras parade with our beach party float, featuring some of our partying seniors, complete with vintage bathing suits. During Mardi Gras, we revived an old tradition of displaying the flags of the 50 states every day. And we also sounded the diaphone foghorn twice a day. In August, we participated in Village Fest, opening for museum visits, tower climbing, and gift shop purchases. On August 5th, a young man proposed to his fiancée from our tower, and she said yes. The Barnwood Builders, which is part of the Magnolia Network, visited the museum in early August. And they filmed our lighthouse and museum to use as an opening segment for season 17, episode 5, Lake Erie Pool House, which just aired on February 1st. If you get a chance to see it, it really shows off the museum and the village in the opening segment. After Community Day in September, we closed for the season. We still remained active in the fall. On October 7th, a lovely wedding was held on the museum grounds. We also had a visitor that evening from Minnesota who conducted a paranormal investigation. He did report some activity, but he was not able to verify Sentinel, our ghost cat's presence. He may return again this spring. On October 4th, we were open for Witches' Day. The volunteers were in costume. We had a tarot card reader, face painting, and hot dogs grilled by Chef Bill. And we had a photo up with Frenchie the Pirate. Halloween night, we opened the Haunted Tower, and 85 brave souls climbed up and back down. And that was a dark and stormy night. I don't know if you remember Halloween. On October 17th, the Fairport Harbor Historical Society and the Finnish Heritage Museum co-hosted a quarterly dinner of the NEOIMC. It's an organization that we belong to. There were 90 members there from museums all over Northeast Ohio. November 4th, we had a vendor table at the Senior Center's annual Chinese auction and craft show. We sold gift shop items and answered questions about the museum and memberships. This was a first for us, and it was well received. In mid-November, the Bertones Kristen McKinney, the fire department, the mayor, and the Fairport girls basketball team decorated the Tower Museum and grounds for the holiday. December 2nd, the Grinch visited and read his story from the tower for a large crowd of spectators. We have completed several major restoration and repair projects this year. New steps and handrails were installed leading up to the tower. New basement stairs were installed. The tower lighting was replaced with new LED lighting, and this lighting has the capability to be programmed with various colors for holidays, special events, and so forth. The gift shop roof was redone by Terry Vale's Vale Roofing Company at no cost to the museum. We also replaced our boiler and our hot water tank. In October, the USS Michigan mast sustained damage due to deterioration over time. There was a large dangling broken piece hanging over the ground, so the mast had to be taken down and sent for repairs. It's currently at Gomillion Company in Willoughby for restoration. The Society has received funding from Lake County Visitors Bureau to enhance our museum. We're working with RG Creative in North Ridgefield, and we hope to have 2 interactive displays developed to improve our visitors' experience. We're also working with Innovation Exhibits in Boardman, Ohio, to install some new exterior signage. We have a digitization program in progress so that many of our photographs and documents can be preserved. This project was first started by Leadership Lake County in 2022. They assisted us with hands-on help and provided us with a scanner, a laptop computer, and 2 television screens. The project is now run by 4 of our volunteers. We also received a grant from the Painesville Elks to purchase another computer, which is dedicated to archival activities. Our 2024 opening season will be May 25th. And after researching museums similar to ours in various locations, we have decided to increase our admission and membership fees. Prior to our opening, we will participate in the spring open house for the shops of Fairport, and will be open April 5, 6, 7, and 8th, the day of the total eclipse. So we're currently offering a raffle for space on the tower to view the eclipse. 5 winning tickets will be drawn. Each winner can bring a guest for a total of 10 people who will get to view the spectacular event from the Lighthouse Tower. And we'll also have some fun activities that weekend, including a visit from an astronomer who will do a presentation on the eclipse. We're looking forward to another busy year at the Lighthouse and Museum, and we wish to thank the village, Mayor Manross, and the council for their continued and ongoing support. Thank you very much.
Thank you. It's quite a bit in the last year, Marty. As I've said before, we're fortunate to have the society and dedicated volunteers that help run it and man it and manage it and maintain it. It is a labor of love. I'm very fortunate that I get to decorate the lighthouse at Christmas time. I can tell you, and I know Mr. Bertone backs me up on this, the last couple of years it has made a world of difference having the firefighters carry the lights up to the top of the lighthouse. We thank you. We thank you for that. But Marty, I know the work that goes into it. I know the work that you've done. You had a lot handed to you in your first year. You've handled it with grace and dignity, and you're leading a pretty awesome volunteer group there. So anything that we can do to continue to help and support you, just let us know. And thank you very much for a nice report. Anyone have any questions of Marty before I move on? Okay. From our solicitor, Mr. Jim Lyons.
No report, Mr. Mayor.
Okay. So we're going to do a swearing in. All right. Alyssa, please come forward. raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Elizabeth Dewar,
I, Elsa Dewar,
being duly sworn,
being duly sworn,
dispose and say
dispose and say
that I hereby accept the position
that I hereby accept the position
as full-time firefighter B
as full-time firefighter
for the Village of Fairport Harbor, Ohio,
for the Village of Fairport Harbor, Ohio,
and that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
and that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
and the codified ordinances
and codified ordinances
of the Village of Fairport Harbor,
of the Village of Fairport Harbor,
and I will faithfully and honestly
and I will faithfully and honestly
perform the duties
perform the duties
of the above position
of the above position,
together with such other duties
together with such other duties
as may from time to time
as may from time to time
be placed upon me
be placed upon me
by the proper authority.
by the proper authority.
Welcome aboard.
Wait, you need to sign. One more. Tough act to follow, Jim. Right?
Very.
You got anything tonight?
I already gave my, I have no report
did.
You have no
speech.
Yep,
report?
no
Got
I
it.
could do it again.
Okay, gotcha. All right, I have some proclamations to read then. So proclamation for Greg Major. Whereas Greg Major has been selected by the Fairport Harbor Civic Club to receive the award for the 2024 Citizen of the Year. And whereas Greg is a 1973 graduated Riverside High School, we won't hold that against him, and attended Lakeland Community College. He has 3 daughters, Casey, Taylor, and Haley, and 3 grandchildren living in Ohio. His 96-year-old mother, Gladys Major, enjoys spending time with Greg at his Fairport Harbor residence. Greg is retired as a driver from Federal Express and retired from Denora, the old Diamond Tech Center. And whereas he has been a lifetime member of the Hungarian Reformed Church of Fairport Harbor, where he serves as a key project leader and has been a chief elder for the past 14 years. He creates and designs the church bi-monthly newsletter. He is an active member of the American Slovenian Club, the Fairport Harbor Senior Center, Fairport Harbor Tourism Council, Fairport Harbor Historical and Marine Museum. And whereas Greg volunteers his time helping with the Fairport Harbor Senior Center Produce Drive, the VFW Post 7754 Fish Fry, golf tours, Fairport Mardi Gras Concessions Committee. He serves as a member of the Fairport Harbor Board of Zoning Appeals. He served on the bond campaign for the Fairport Harbor Exempted Village School. And whereas he stays involved with community events by regularly attending Fairport Harbor School Board meetings and Fairport Harbor Village Council meetings. He enjoys outside decorating for special holidays and special events such as Halloween, including decorations to welcome students back to school. He participates in local parades and likes to help decorate for events in the Fairport Harbor Park. Whereas in his spare time, he can be found spending time with family and his partner, Carla. He enjoys playing music, collecting toys, and spending time with his dogs. He is creative and he is creative and has a friendly attitude. He is attentive to detail and is an advocate for the betterment of Fairport Harbor. Now therefore be it proclaimed by the council of the Village of Fairport Harbor, County of Lake, State of Ohio as follows, that the Village of Fairport Harbor does hereby recognize and honor Greg Major as the 2024 Fairport Harbor Civic Club Citizen of the Year. In witness whereof I set my hand and cause the seal of the Village of Fairport Harbor to be affixed this 20th day of February in the year of 2024. Congratulations, Greg. I probably should have read Carla's first. I apologize, Carla. Whereas Carla Rebosi has been selected by the Fairport Harbor Civic Club to receive the award as the 2024 Citizen of the Year. And whereas Carla was born in Painesville and then moved to Fairport Harbor at an early age. She is a 1973 graduate of Fairport Harding High School and attended Lakeland Community College and Kent State University. After college, Carla was employed with Burgess & Nyepels in Columbus, Ohio, working as a laboratory technician. She later moved to California, where she was employed with Varian Analytical Scientific Instrument Company, and finally retiring from Agilent Technologies. And whereas as a child she was a member of the Hungarian Reformed Church in Fairport Harbor, completing her religious sacraments. 10 years ago, she returned to the Hungarian Reformed Church to assist with projects such as chicken paprikash dinners and kobas sales that help to raise funds for various church needs. She has been a member of the HRC consistory for 2 terms and helps with the bi-monthly newsletter. And whereas she is a lifetime member of the Fairport Harbor Historical and Marine Museum, she is a member of Fairport Harbor Mardi Gras. She served on the board campaign and selection committee for Fairport Harbor Exempted Village School. She served on the 2023 Great American Bike Adventure Committee. And whereas she stays involved with community events by regularly attending Fairport Harbor School Board meetings and Fairport Harbor Village Council meetings. Carla fills in for Fairport Harbor Civic Club for special events. She enjoys decorating her home for the holidays and special events. In memory of her father's military service, she adorns the Veteran Memorial Monument each year with flags in the Fairport Harbor Park. And whereas in her spare time she could be found spending time with her partner Greg, she enjoys sewing and making crafts and spending times with her dogs, Faith and Paisley. Carla participates in local craft shows. Carla is so happy to reside in and contribute to the betterment of Fairport Harbor. Now therefore be it proclaimed by the Council of the Village of Fairport Harbor, County of Lake, State of Ohio as follows, that the Village of Fairport Harbor does hereby recognize and honor Carla Rebosi as a 2024 Fairport Harbor Civic Club Citizen of the Year. And witness whereof I set my hand and cause the seal of the Village of Fairport Harbor to be affixed this 20th day of February in the year of 2024. Congratulations, Carla. Okay, whereas Marty O'Gara has been selected by the Fairport Harbor Civic Club to receive the award as the 2024 Golden Beacon Award. And whereas Marty was born and raised in Salem, Ohio, Marty and her husband Bernie lived in San Diego, California for 25 years prior to returning back to Salem, Ohio in 2001 to be near family. They moved to Fairport Harbor in 2016 and live in the community along the lake and close to medical care until her husband's passing in 2019. Marty currently lives in Fairport Harbor with her calico cat Maggie, and whereas she graduated from Trumbull Memorial Hospital Nursing School in Warren, Ohio, and retired as a registered nurse working in various departments such as obstetrics, neonatal ICU, geriatrics, family practice, and home health for various medical facilities located in New York, California, and Ohio. Whereas Marty has been a member of the Fairport Harbor Marine Museum since 2017 and took on the role as president in 2023. She volunteers at the Fairport Harbor Senior Center, is on the board of trustees, and currently the treasurer. She volunteers at the Hungarian Reformed Church, helping with dinners that help raise funds for the church needs. And whereas she is a member of the Hungarian Culture Club, the American Slovenian Club, where she is on the events committee that helps with the Slovenian Club's monthly dinners and event planning. And whereas in her spare time, Marty enjoys reading, attending the Painesville YMCA, and antiquing, and participates on the bocce team. She loves to travel and hopes to master her polka dancing skills. Marty loves living in Fairport Harbor and contributing her time toward the betterment of the community. Now therefore be it proclaimed by the mayor of the Village of Fairport Harbor, County of Lake, State of Ohio as follows, that the Village of Fairport Harbor does hereby recognize and honor Marty O'Gara as this year's Fairport Harbor Civic Club Golden Beacon Award recipient. And witness whereof I set my hand and cause the seal of the Village of Fairport Harbor to be affixed this 20th day of February in the year of 2024. Congratulations, Marty. Okay, I got a noise request variance for Mardi Gras, July 2nd through the 8th of 2024. We normally go, I want to say 8 a.m. to midnight. Does that seem right, Tony?
That's right, yes, sir.
Okay.
I'll make the motion then.
Second.
Bertone.
Aye.
Shaver.
Aye.
Becknick.
Aye.
McKinney.
Aye.
Saracen.
Aye.
Heights.
Aye.
Thank you.
And we also have a request from the Mardi Gras for the use of the park and the gazebo for the judging, July 3rd.
Guess I'll make that motion as well, Mayor.
Second.
Okay. Bertone.
Aye.
Shaver.
Aye.
Becknick.
Aye.
McKinney.
Aye.
Saracen.
Aye.
Heights.
Aye.
Thank you.
Okay, and finally to Amy, please, take it over.
Okay.
Thank you.
We had the village employees from all departments were asked to nominate a member of our team that's gone above and beyond to support the village in 2023. I'm happy to report our team has selected Lisa Starkey. The nomination is well deserved. I can't say thank you enough for everything Lisa does every day to support the village. Water plant, we did the cut and cap at the plant. It was completed February 13th. We're anticipating a demo process to begin maybe in the next 2 weeks, and we'll keep you posted. There is a draft for a designated outdoor refreshment area application at the request of the Grants Good and Welfare Committee. Please take a look at it. It would be an outdoor refreshment area that would be in our downtown location. Please review and forward any questions you might have before we move forward. After we've fleshed this out, the application would then go to the state for review. Veterans Memorial. Included in your flyer is a packet from the VFW encouraging donations to the new Veterans Memorial to support a matching gift campaign up to $10,000. Cash and checks can be made payable to the Fairport Harbor Veterans Boosters and can be donated or mailed to the VFW here in Fairport, or that you can drop them off at a collection box at Village Hall. So please take a look at that. 3rd Street Streetscape Project. We had a pre-construction meeting for 3rd Street on February 2nd. The project is scheduled to begin March 15th and should be completed by mid-May. Finally, we're getting ready for the Eclipse viewing party on Monday, April 8th on Lighthouse Hill. Take place from 1 to 5 p.m. There'll be music and food trucks for visitors to enjoy as we wait for the main event, which should take place around 3:15. We'll be updating our website as we learn about shops and nonprofits and churches that might be having special activities on that day. So be on the lookout for that. That completes my report.
Okay. Do I need a motion for the,
Oh, yes.
for the building code enforcement agreement
Yes.
with Lake County?
Yep.
Do you want to explain?
Yeah, I can speak. So Lake County sent over this document for the building code enforcement agreement. It's the same arrangement we have with the building department right now. They're just formalizing the language for it. So the agreement remains the same as they help us. The Lake County Building Department helps us. No changes whatsoever. Just putting it in writing and having us sign off on it. There's no additional fees. There's nothing that changes.
Move to adopt. Second.
Bertone.
Aye.
Heights.
Aye.
Becknick.
Aye.
McKinney.
Aye.
Shaver.
Aye.
Saracen.
Aye.
Thank you.
Okay, any questions for Amy? Thank you, Amy. Clyde is absent this evening. I'm sure he'll have more to update us in March. From our fiscal officer, Christine Page.
All right. I provided the financial report to you via email a couple of days ago, actually last Friday, I believe it came out. And then tonight I've made sure that everybody has a printed copy of it as well. As I noted in my email, I have the appropriation status and the receipt account status here for the month of January if anybody wants to look through it. Please don't hesitate to ask if you want that. I'll make sure that you get it. So for the month of January, your receipts were $378,342.80. Your expenditures for the month were $548,075.33. Your reconciled balance is $3,945,520.42. And for the month of January, your return on investment was $16,963.87. That's all I got.
Thank you, Chris. Any questions? Okay. we need a motion for the appointments to the Volunteer Firefighters Dependents Fund. There are no changes there, retroactive to 1/1.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Okay. Shaver.
Aye.
Heights.
Aye.
Becknick.
Aye.
McKinney.
Aye.
Saracen.
Aye.
Bertone.
Aye.
Thank you.
Okay, Safety Committee, Mr. Saracen.
Thank you, Mayor. We have the reports from Chief Lloyd and Chief Coran, and they were very well done. I was looking at them today when I got home, and thank you. We had a Safety Committee meeting about a week or two ago where Chief Lloyd and Chief Coran both broke down their needs for the coming year to help protect Fairport and make us one of the best departments for both the fire and the police. And because of the meeting, we in our packet we're going forward looking for a levy, one for the police and one for the fire department. And the reports were really well done, and the committee recommended it that we would go. Also in the meeting, we discussed parking fees. We haven't raised them for I don't know how many years, and they're presently at $10, which is rather ridiculous. So we're raising those, and it's in the packet if anybody had a chance to read it. You can see we're also going to the fire hydrant. If you park in front of one now, it's going to be a $100 fee, but the mayor will be reading it in the resolutions. And again, I want to thank both chiefs for their great job of what they laid out for us in the Safety Committee meeting. And it's for the protection of and the health and welfare of the residents and the visitors coming to Fairport. So thank you both for the great jobs you've done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I know we talked about this before, but are we gonna paint those curbs, repaint those curbs where those fire hydrants are? I know specifically the one by the school, it's no longer, it's hard to see.
That would probably be up to the service department. Amy, you have anything on that?
Yeah, we'll get them on. Okay, very good. I need a motion to pay the bills.
So moved.
Second.
Saracen.
Aye.
Becknick.
Aye.
McKinney.
Aye.
Shaver.
Aye.
Bertone.
Aye.
Heights.
Aye.
Thank you.
Resolution number 2024-10, a resolution to amend permanent appropriations and declaring an emergency.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Move to suspend the rules.
Second.
Suspend. Bertone.
Aye.
Becknick.
Aye.
McKinney.
Aye.
Shaver.
Aye.
Saracen.
Aye.
Heights.
Aye.
Adopt. Bertone.
Aye.
Becknick.
Aye.
McKinney.
Aye.
Shaver.
Aye.
Saracen.
Aye.
Heights.
Aye.
Thank you.
Resolution number 2024-11, a resolution administratively recording the compensation of certain officials and employees of the village and declaring an emergency.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Move to suspend.
Second.
Suspend. McKinney.
Aye.
Shaver.
Aye.
Becknick.
Aye.
Saracen.
Aye.
Bertone.
Aye.
Heights.
Aye.
Adopt. McKinney.
Aye.
Shaver.
Aye.
Becknick.
Aye.
Saracen.
Aye.
Bertone.
Aye.
Heights.
Aye.
Thank you.
Ordinance number 2024-12, an ordinance amending chapter 1505 of the codified ordinance of the Village of Fairport Harbor, Ohio, titled General Provisions, and declaring an emergency.
Mayor,
Yes, sir.
can we have some just general conversation from the
We sure
fire
can.
chief so that after we do this, or if we do this right, that at least the public understands what the chief's request is or recommendation?
Chiefs?
For the
For the charging stations, right? I think both of you,
the electric vehicle charging
Yeah.
stations. It's ordinance that's modeled after the city of Willoughby's. So eventually we'll get electric vehicles here where they'll need a place to charge, and just makes it follows the National Electric Code, makes things safe for all of us.
right. Thank you.
Can I chime in a little bit? This is not for home charging.
Yes.
This is just for ones that are out on parking lots or
Correct.
type 2 and 3, I think is what they are, correct?
Yeah.
So that's what the regulation is for.
Right.
The home charging one should be covered by other applicable laws.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah, the point is, we don't want folks just hooking something up in a parking lot.
Agreed.
Things happen, so.
Agreed,
Yeah.
yes. Okay,
So that, with that, I would make the motion to adopt it.
Second.
And motion to suspend the rules.
Second.
Suspend, Bertone?
Aye.
Heights?
Aye.
Vacknick?
Aye.
McKinney?
Aye.
Shaver?
Aye.
Adopt. Bertone?
Aye.
Heights?
Aye.
Vacknick?
Aye.
McKinney?
Aye.
Shaver?
Aye.
Saracen?
Aye.
Thank you.
resolution number 2024-13, a resolution declaring it necessary to levy an additional 5.25 mil fire tax levy and requesting the Lake County Auditor to certify the total current tax valuation of the village and the dollar amount of revenue that would be generated by that additional levy and declaring an emergency.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Move to suspend.
Second.
Suspend. Saracen?
Aye.
McKinney?
Aye.
Vacknick?
Aye.
Shaver?
Aye.
Bertone?
Aye.
Heights?
Aye.
Adopt. Saracen?
Aye.
McKinney?
Aye.
Vacknick?
Aye.
Shaver?
Aye.
Bertone?
Aye.
Heights?
Aye.
Thank you.
Resolution number 2024-14, a resolution declaring it necessary to levy an additional 5.25 mil police tax levy and requesting, let me read that again. Resolution number 2024-14, a resolution declaring it necessary to levy an additional 5.25 mil police tax levy and requesting the Lake County Auditor to certify the total current tax valuation of the village and the dollar amount of revenue that would be generated by that additional levy and declaring an emergency.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Move to suspend.
Second.
Suspend. Saracen?
Aye.
Hang on one second, let me fix this. Shaver?
Aye.
Vacknick?
Aye.
McKinney?
Aye.
Bertone?
Aye.
Heights?
Aye.
Adopt. Saracen?
Aye.
Shaver?
Aye.
Vacknick?
Aye.
McKinney?
Aye.
Bertone?
Aye.
Heights?
Aye.
Thank you.
Resolution number 2024-15, a resolution honoring Lisa Starkey as the 2023 Fairport Harbor Employee of the Year, whereas Lisa Starkey has been chosen by her co-workers as a 2023 Employee of the Year, and whereas Lisa began her employment with the Village of Fairport Harbor on December 3rd, 2001 as office assistant in the water department and has been with the village for 22 years. Lisa is responsible for a wide range of tasks, including overseeing payroll for the village, purchase orders, water billing, annual audit reviews, record keeping, and assisting the village administrator with government operations, including preparation for council meetings, managing employee paperwork, and special events, just to name a few. And whereas Lisa is a lifelong resident of Fairport and has 2 children, Trenton and Brenna, who she could not be more proud of. And whereas Lisa's tenure with the village has been defined by her professionalism, hard work, dedication, and exemplary service to the village and to the residents of Fairport Harbor. She has and continues to be a tremendous asset to the village of Fairport Harbor. The mayor, council, and administration wish to recognize and honor Lisa Starkey as a 2023 Fairport Harbor Employee of the Year. Now therefore be it resolved by the council of the village of Fairport Harbor, county of Lake, and the state of Ohio that this council on its own behalf and on behalf of the administration and citizens of Fairport Harbor recognizes and honors Lisa Starkey as a 2023 Fairport Harbor Employee of the Year. Therefore, this resolution shall be in full force and effective immediate upon its passage by council and approval by the mayor.
Mayor, one thing to add, she
Yes.
does speak fluent Finn.
She does.
Right.
Right, and that helps many people.
Should've added that.
And that's amazing, so I'll make the motion.
Second.
Motion to suspend the rules.
Second.
Suspend. Bertone?
Aye.
Vacknick?
Aye.
McKinney?
Aye.
Shaver?
Aye.
Saracen?
Aye.
Heights?
Aye.
Adopt. Bertone?
Aye.
Vacknick?
Aye.
McKinney?
Aye.
Shaver?
Aye.
Saracen?
Aye.
Heights?
Aye.
And just let me say this for Lisa. You know, she's been through two mayors, 4 or 5 administrators, council members, et cetera. She's a steady hand, and she helps out tremendously. The words really don't say enough about what Lisa does for this village and how lucky we are to have her here. I wish she would have been here tonight to embarrass her, but I do believe there's a spaghetti dinner on the 25th. I know it's not really a fundraiser, but if anybody wanted to come and honor Lisa, on the 25th. There is a spaghetti dinner that is going to be in honor of the firefighter of the year, policeman of the year, and the employee of the year. Lisa would very much love that you would all show up.
Didn't hear about that.
Oh, yes, she will. Well, that's because she wasn't here tonight.
That's right.
So, Chris, could you pass this, and then we'll get some
Yes,
signatures?
sir.
Thank you.
There you go.
Ordinance number 2024-16, an ordinance amending Chapter 351 parking generally in order to increase the fines for violating the parking ordinance of the village and declaring an emergency. The village currently has a fine amount for parking tickets in the amount of $10 if paid within 30 days of issuance and $20 if paid after 30 days. I'm trying to get to what we're going to increase to. Anyone who receives a general parking violation notice shall be charged a fine of $20 if paid within 30 days after issuance, which fine shall, if not paid in such period, be increased to $40. Anyone who receives a parking violation notice for a fire lane violation shall be charged the fine of $100 if paid within 30 days after issuance, which fine shall, if not paid within such period, be increased to $120.
Real quick,
Yes.
do we have any comparison to what other communities are charging? I mean, it's still, I mean, yes, it seems like may seem like a drastic increase to some, but I still think it's relatively low, all things considered.
Chief
Chief,
Coran, I think, had something on it at our meeting, didn't you, Chief?
Yeah, we've been exploring into this for like over a year now, and a lot of the comparisons randomly that we did, and I don't have the material in front of me, but we were still kind of low, but not. We were kind of like in the, you know, at least up there in the. At least on par with some of the smaller communities. Of course, there's some that were really high, and you know, we always try to be reasonable. So we figured that this would be a good step forward for our village.
Thank you.
Move to adopt,
Second?
move to suspend.
Second?
Suspend, Saracen.
Aye.
McKinney.
Aye.
Becknick.
Aye.
Shaver.
Aye.
Raton.
Aye.
Heights.
Aye.
Adopt, Saracen.
Aye.
McKinney.
Aye.
Becknick.
Aye.
Shaver.
Aye.
Raton.
Aye.
Heights.
Aye.
Thank you.
Resolution number 2024-19, a resolution requesting the Lake County Auditor to make advance payments of taxes pursuant to Ohio Revised Code 321.34.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Move to suspend.
Second.
Suspend, Bertone.
Aye.
Becknick.
Aye.
McKinney.
Aye.
Shaver.
Aye.
Saracen.
Aye.
Heights.
Aye.
Adopt, Bertone.
Aye.
Becknick.
Aye.
McKinney.
Aye.
Shaver.
Aye.
Saracen.
Aye.
Heights.
Aye.
Thank you.
I don't have anything else this evening. Does council have anything?
I do.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to address the odor that is in the air sometimes. I've had a couple people, residents who have called regarding it, and it's very bad, and I can smell it inside the house now. So just wonder if there's, something that we can do. I did speak with a gentleman at the health department who suggested calling when we smell it, but I think it's really offensive.
It is, and I would encourage you to call and call them. I would call and make a report through the 911 system or the non-emergency number. Tell your neighbors to call. There's not a lot that we personally can do because the odor's coming from Painesville Township, but it is something that we absolutely can do here. If you want, we can throw a resolution together for the next meeting.
That would be awesome.
And I don't know, Jim, if we can name the company that we think the odor's coming from. You know what I mean? It's coming from the fat rendering plant up on Nursery Road, and it wafts into the village. I don't know if we want to name it that way, or if we just want to say a general odor coming from the Painesville Township border, whatever it is, but it is a horrendous odor, and I guess all I can offer is the full backing of our government to help with that, but this really is a fight that needs to be taken to the township trustees, and that they need to take it to their business. And I know Gabe and Chuck and, Josh. I know they have called and have tried to address this in the past, and they'll be more than happy to do so again. Okay. But yeah, the more complaints, the more we get on that, it helps. I know folks don't like to do it. They feel like they're being bothersome. If they call you, they think that they're making the complaint. And the chiefs can tell you the complaints mean more as the individual than it does Elizabeth Shaver, council president, or Tim Manross, mayor, making the complaint because somebody told me about it, right? They need to hear it from the first account. Okay, so I would encourage everyone that smells it, blow up those telephone lines.
Report it to non-emergency.
Yeah, you call 911. If you call the non-emergency number, it still goes to central dispatch. Again, it's not a nuisance.
Yeah.
Okay?
Mayor, this has happened several times in the past, and I do believe there have been fines, significant fines, levied by the state against them, so.
Right, but we don't have to put up with it.
The township has a collection form for reporting this on their website. Just to let you know. They actually have a whole thing for this.
All right, well, then maybe we can post that to our website then.
Sure.
Nice.
Thanks, Sean.
Thanks, Sean.
He is more than our AV guy.
He's got your back.
That's right.
I do the website.
All right, good. Nothing wrong with that. Good. Very
Oh,
good.
you're an insider.
Gotcha. All right, well, thank you for that. Anything else from council? If not, we are open to the public.
I have a
Oh,
couple
yes.
things real quick. Just
Yes,
on
Mr.
the
Hines.
fire and the police levy. I know none of us want to pay any more taxes, but we are very lucky to have the two chiefs and the two departments that we have in this village. So fully support you guys and hoping to pass this levy. So you guys do a lot with bare bones, so.
Okay, we're open to the public. Madam? Karen, oh, I saw Karen first, sorry.
Karen Bidlack. First of all, I'd like to thank the mayor, council, administrator for recognizing the Fairport Harbor Civic Club Citizens of the Year and Golden Beacon Award recipients. They are very deserving. The Civic Club is planning a special social event on April 13th at St. Anthony's Church in the Social Hall. So appreciate if anybody wants to attend. That'll be at 6 o'clock. Thank you.
You selling tickets or anything?
It's free.
It's free? All right. Thanks, Karen.
All right.
You said 6 p.m.?
Yeah.
All right.
You said April 13th?
Hi,
Yes.
Jim Safara. Marilyn, thank you for doing the sit-down at the library. That was very, very helpful. Thank you.
You can thank Kathy for that.
Thank Kathy for that. That was very good. I just was wondering, do we have a best or worst case estimate for the number of visitors to Lake County or Fairport for the eclipse? I saw the rain was like planning in like 900,000. I thought, good Lord.
I thought Karen said at the sit-down, Karen Volzer was there, and she said she was at a meeting with the county, and she had heard 200,000.
Okay.
Chiefs, is that about what we're hearing? Or what are you guys hearing now?
We're planning on 2 to 4 times the normal population.
Right.
Okay.
2 to 4 times.
2 to 4.
Gotcha, okay.
And then, this is a question for Amy. You'd mentioned a refreshment area. You alluded to some refreshment area that needed state approval. I just didn't know what that referred to.
The designated outdoor refreshment area.
Yes, what is that?
Yeah,
Is that the
so-
beer tent for Mardi Gras?
No, it's kind of a bigger beer tent for High Street.
Oh, very good.
So what it is the state of Ohio allows you to designate an area for outdoor refreshments to where you won't get popped for an open container.
Okay.
So we're looking to do, I think, Amy, you can correct me, but I think it's from 2nd to 3rd High Street to Eagle, right?
Yeah.
In that area. You got to meet certain guidelines and liquor licenses. We may be a little short on that, but we thought it was worth the time to put the application in to see where we could go, because the way the state law is written, it's almost impossible for us to qualify, but it shouldn't be, right? If this council and its businesses decide that they want to do something like this, the state law should be amended in some way, shape, or form, and we're hoping to have that conversation.
That's great, that's a great idea. Hopefully that goes smoothly.
Yeah, we're
Hopefully it does.
hopeful.
That sort of leads into another question I had. So at the sit-down at the library, we talked about outdoor seating for restaurants, and there's some consideration that there might be a $200 permit application fee for restaurants and businesses to put a little coffee table or a little outdoor seating. And there was some discussion about possibly waiving that or changing the ordinance to allow, or having enforcement discretion to allow them to do that and meet those requirements a little bit easier. I didn't know if that had been discussed any
Amy
further.
and I have not discussed that yet. It is on my to-do list with
Okay.
Amy from that meeting.
Okay.
Yes.
That-
So thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah, it'd be,
So
yeah.
now it's
Sorry, I didn't mean to throw you under the bus, Mayor.
memorialized here, Amy. We will have a conversation in the morning for sure.
Didn't mean to do that to you, sorry about that.
No, that's good. No, that's good.
And then just sort of procedurally, can you explain, why is everything declared an emergency? I just don't understand the procedure.
So I think I'll let Jim explain the emergency clause.
And thank you. Appreciate everything.
There's two state laws that are in effect. One is there's a requirement that you have to read every ordinance on 3 different occasions at 3 different meetings. So when you hear a motion to suspend the rules, it's to suspend the rules so that that can be passed on the first reading. Okay, so then the declaring an emergency is so that it goes into effect immediately, okay, rather than waiting 30 days. Okay, so while, and that's the way that the state law, it calls it an emergency, rather than go into effect immediately. I think people would understand that a little bit better, but that's the reason for it.
Appreciate
Okay.
that, thank you.
And I would add one.
Both of those require 6 of council, 5 of the 6 people of council to pass that in order for it to suspend and also to go into effect immediately. But, I take that back. On waiving the rules, it's 5 out of 6. In terms of the emergency, it's 4 out of 6, okay? So 2/3.
And if I could add to that, so that means if 4 of us voted and 2 did not, then that doesn't carry on. We've got to follow the normal procedure. And it's not to pass, it would be to consider, because it could still fail, and sometimes that does happen, right? And generally we do that because time is of the essence in many cases, right? So if we were to go that route of 3 meetings, that would be 3 months at the pace that we're doing this. A little bit different than in the past when we had 2 meetings a month, and so now it's different, right? So it's 3 months. But there are some pieces of legislation that we want to make sure that we discuss and consider. So you'll hear first reading, and that generally means we're going to read it for the first time, second time, third time, and that comes up with, not that all legislation is not serious, but some others that have more ramifications, such as when we passed the legislation regarding the replacement of the water plant, for example, right? It has long-lasting effects that you can't necessarily change, so you want to have a longer period of consideration so every resident in the village can be advised and informed as best possible.
I truly appreciate that.
This is a good question, Jim. I don't see anybody else popping up, so go ahead. Come on up. Like the T-shirt. I saw it in your window.
Oh,
Yeah.
it does glow in the dark. Beth Lynn, I have some questions about the streetscape that'll be worked on. For one thing, our building currently does not have any streetlights. It's very dark. I'm hoping that with the streetscape, there will be lights on our side. And also, I have concerns about the timing in regards to the spring open house and, more importantly, the eclipse, because that's a very important time and for my business to be opening for the season, and I'm afraid of, having the construction going on right in the middle of those important times.
Right. So first of all, my microphone's still working. So you will have a street light over by your shop, because I know
Okay.
there isn't one there now.
Right.
And so we walked through that, and there will be light.
Okay.
So you'll have that.
Thank you.
Except on the 8th.
God bless you.
Except during the eclipse, no. But work will start. However, shops will still have access. We're working with the construction team, much like they did on High Street. There will be ramps and ways to enter your store. They will not be able to work on the 8th, obviously. Their equipment will be secured and locked down for that day because there's going to be too much traffic running through here. But moving forward, you will have access to your store. People won't be impeded. You'll be able to get in there and shop.
And will the street be open for traffic the entire time, or?
Yes, the street will remain open. We had High Street open when we did the sidewalks, and the street will remain open on 3rd as well. Yep.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Hi, I'm Pat Lombardo. I live on New 4th Street. As you brought up the potholes, but my concern is the cement barrier, because I live right next door to it. It's very tough to back out of my driveway and look to the east. Meanwhile, the cars are coming from the west.
Sure.
And all of a sudden, the speed limit seems to be 45 coming, past the barriers. So I was wondering, is there any way to make our street one-way? Because then you don't have the traffic come from both ways. The residents that live across from the barrier, they're having a hard time backing out with both ways of traffic coming. And it's very hard for me to get out of my driveway. So I thought if traffic could go to the east one way, so it doesn't come along the barrier,
No, I hear you.
would make it easier, safer.
I don't know, we'll make a decision tonight, but I think it's something we should at least discuss, right?
I'm not opposed to that. Matter of fact, that was something I had as an idea before.
And I would imagine the construction vehicles are coming west to east anyway, right? In and out of the site. They're not probably coming from the west going east, right? So they would be going in that direction.
They come from the east. Yeah.
So maybe it would be only construction vehicles would be able to go that way then? Again, I don't want to get into a sidebar tonight, but I think it's a good conversation point.
I know this was our original thought when we were going to shut it down, because we thought the barriers would be more into the road. It was going to be a one-way.
Right.
Originally.
I mean,
But-
if you just come to my driveway and look down, you
No,
can see,
I've
I see
actually
storage
walked it.
units.
Yeah, and I've actually
So,
walked it plenty, and I know exactly what you're talking about, so.
And what is your address?
409 New 4th.
Thank you.
Especially during the school day. I mean,
Yeah.
it's bad.
So during the school day, would it help if it was one way?
Yes.
Karen,
Yeah,
do we have agreement from the school board on
Well, I
this?
can't speak on the school board, but.
Well, you're going to tonight, Karen.
I think that would be
'Cause-
something to be considered, and you should discuss that with Mr. Billington.
All right,
Yeah.
so I think we'll take this under advisement and we'll make a decision.
Okay, thank you.
Appreciate that. Okay. If nothing else, a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Berton?
Aye.
Becknick? McKinney?
Aye.
Shaver? Saracen?
Aye.
Heights?
Aye.
Thank you.